Hello again. Let's deal with this, shall we? Yo dudes, what's going on here? We've been waiting for you, Harbinger. We believe in you, as do many others. I'll gather the rest. What are you? I keep trying to remember. You're like that for a reason. Where shall I take you? Go away from here or you will be punished tomorrow. The plague is after me. We're not afraid. By the power granted to me from above, I tell you this, go. You don't need the Harbinger. Show us your miracle, then we'll believe you. And tell all the others about who you really are, and they will believe in you too. Here it is. Go ahead and run away when you know I was in the right. Yeah, flee. Flee, you worshippers of Satan. Now I see that it's really you, so what you're saying is somebody will appear under your guise and bring us plague. Drive her away. I don't know what I just did, but I feel like it's, I feel like it might be good. Like, I've always seen the whole Clara dichotomy, the double Clara extravaganza that we're having to deal with, as being essentially like a set of twins, a good one and an evil one, right? Like I'm playing the holy savior and she's the evil plague bringer. I think it's a lot more nuanced than that. But this whole, like, it does seem like the plague follows in her wake sort of thing, right? So driving her away might drive the plague away. As I say, like, from a scientific point of view, a scientific perspective, that's not what's going on here, but at the same time, like, now that I'm playing as Clara, it seems like maybe it is, and like everything that the Bachelor and the Harrispecs found out was wrong, and truthfully it's just, hey, there's an evil Clara running around bringing people the plague. It's weird to have played through so much of this game and to have established so much only to have it sort of thrown back at you as a sort of, yeah, okay, but what if there was just an evil entity doing it instead? What if it's just a demon, you know? I don't know. I'm trying to work out. I thought it would be here. Did we establish where we need to be? Oh, it's in his actual warehouse. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I really hope my reputation doesn't drop low enough that the guards start coming for me, because this is gonna get so fucking difficult if that happens. Like, I really don't have any easy means of recovering my reputation right now, so this is gonna be a rough one. Hello. We've heard all manner of things about you. I've been sent here by Barack. Who's that? Don't you know? The Harrispecs. Ah, I see. What did he say? It didn't work out. He asked me to give you these files. So there are still honest people. Not everything is lost in this world, then. Yes, it takes all sorts. Goodbye. In the final day, maybe second to last day of the Bachelor's campaign, there were two children in the barracks in the town hall who asked me to save their father from execution. And I think this is that same storyline, but it's happening far, far earlier, which is a bit odd. Obviously I'm fairly incidental in this whole thing, I'm just being a messenger right now, so there's not really any major reason for me to get too involved in all that. I just need to get back to chatting with our good friend the Harrispecs as quickly as possible. I did just notice that my immunity is running a little bit low again, so we'll just deal with that again. And now I'm going to sneeze performatively for you. It will be quite impressive, honestly. Just brace yourselves for this wonderful, spectacular extravaganza of nose ejection. Typically when I call the sneeze, oh fuck. When I call the sneeze doesn't happen. It's just the way it goes, you know? If the sneeze was to catch me completely off guard, then it would absolutely have happened. I wouldn't have been able to restrain it under any means, but because I knew the sneeze was coming and I made a whole bit out of the sneeze, now the sneeze has retreated and it's never to be seen again. So that's cool. I'm fucking starving, man. Not in game, in actual real life. But I guess it does allow me to reflect the sensibilities. It allows me to truly get in character by starving my way around town. I don't know why I'm so hungry. I've not really been snacking today, I think is the thing. I've become a bit of a snacker recently. All I've had is... oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. This is going to be a problem. Oh, especially if I get stuck on the door, that's even more of a problem. Can we go out the back way? Oh, actually, I think I just heard someone screaming. You want this? Did that do anything? I thought that recovered my reputation. Seems not, though. Seems I just gave her drugs for no reason. And then got stuck on the door. Fucking dope, man. Fucking A. I was sure that increased my reputation. I was sure that's what that did. You can't escape me, chase me. I can dip in and out of houses at will. I'm an expert at navigating the back streets. Oh, someone's coming for me. Okay, we're still not past this big wall of dudes. And I am of course very aware of the fact that there's like 7 guys just hanging around right by the entrance to the termitary who are going to make life even more difficult for me. We do have a system here of just going through houses. One advantage of the whole town being plagued, I guess, is that I can just do that. But I think we're gonna have a bit of an issue on our hands just around this corner. I'll just create a new save file. These fuckers are gonna come for me, right? Maybe they're not actually. These ones might be. Yeah, okay, these ones don't act like normal guards, thank fuck, because that could have been awful. Like, borderline impossible to continue.
They could have sent Herman off instead of her. Word is, he's heartless.
There's still hope, we're not giving up yet. I've given them the vials. So the man, is he alive and well? Alive today, gone tomorrow. You'll run out of those flasks before you know it. At first I thought you were an evil spirit, and you, it turns out, really do go around helping people. Here, take this, it's for you. Thank you. You're not as bad as I thought either. Dope, but what now? Look, I need to talk to you. Wait, time enough. Tell me, the executors do have free passage to the closed districts, don't they? Do you need an executor's cloak? How did you know? I just did. Take it, and now answer my questions. What did you want to ask me? Look at me. What did the Inquisitor tell you? You and your questions. I can't just go and reveal other people's secrets, especially not to you. I thought we were cool now, man. I'm only interested in one thing. Those who sent her. What do they want? Ah, well, there's an underhanded game going on there. The powers that be are playing everyone at once, killing several birds with one stone. For every single thing that misfires, they have a backup plan. They turn every failure to their advantage. This woman is one of those stones. It doesn't matter what the stone hits. Those are just her suspicions, though. I might even say her epiphanies. So Aglaia Lilik was a stone they threw at the town. The powers gave her hypocritical orders. They need this town with all the warts that have grown upon it. Why could I not read today? They're interested precisely in this living mutant, but to preserve all of it is a task as amoral as is impossible. which is why they're disguising this objective as something else. In short, they utter one command and imply another. And why is preserving the town amoral and impossible? Not the town proper ought to be saved alright, but their parlance, the town, means this entire order of things, this pump that sucks half humans out of the ground and then feeds children to that horrible tower over there. The envoy thinks this system is doomed, hence the ongoing disaster. And so the Inquisitor is going to defy her orders and cut into the town's living flesh. Seems like it, sort of, but I'm not entitled to an opinion here. What about the commander? Did she talk about him? What commander? Commander who? I see, no further questions. So, interesting. I guess no one knows anything about the commander, so there's not really anything to report there, and the rest of it, we've got our answers. Back to Monsieur Saburov. With plenty of time to spare, hopefully, maybe, sort of. Potentially. I'm assuming if my reputation is low enough that the guards are, like, coming at me, that means I won't be able to buy stuff from the shop either at the moment, right? I'll try, but I don't think I will be able to. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Gonna be another night of fightings then. Another night of scrapping my way into the town's good books. You're just gonna keep looking in that direction, right? You're not gonna... Yeah, you're gonna spin around, of course you are. Praise be the shortcuts. Oh, someone's still coming for me, really? Actually though, I might just do that. We're not far from the Saburov residence, but... Oh, that's stationary gas, that's fine. If all gas was stationary, this game would be so much easier, honestly. It would be so much less of a hassle. It can be annoying when there's just a cloud that's just like in your way and you just kind of have to accept that you have to walk through it. I think there's one here, right? Oh, maybe not actually. Maybe they're not always in all their possible spawn locations. I don't actually know how it works.
Yes.
My reign has been a brief one. I've fulfilled your request. I don't need to be retold what others had to say. I'd like to hear it in your own words. Well? The envoys have turned into destroyers against the will of those that sent them here. The powers that be only want one thing, and that's to preserve the town at any cost. Which means that I am beyond forgiveness. Do you love your town, Father? Its development was gradual. That's the key to all that has happened. Each new addition grew out of the one before it like branches on a tree. The fruit was too heavy. It broke the tree. The Inquisitor is convinced it's unnatural. An unnatural town, and yet it embodies the entirety of the logic of human existence. Its animality evolved into its humanity, and its humanity gave birth to its superhumanness. A desire for miracles, an endeavour to achieve the impossible. They're inherent to humans, however ugly the particular form they might take. Who can dare deprive humans of a dream? Oh, so you have your doubts. Yes, spare me your formulas. I will answer your questions candidly and without prejudice. Everything is seemingly self-evident anyway. War crimes and crimes against the state are the only kinds of crime that warrant the death penalty without the need to worry about a possible judicial error. Why do you blame yourself for what happened here? If anyone is to blame for it turning out this way, it's me. The ruler has always been responsible for the suffering of the populace. I bear no blame for the outbreak of the pandemic, but the blame for the devastation it has wrought upon our town is mine, and mine alone. A force like that is impossible to oppose. You may convict me now and hand me over to the Inquisitor. Katerina and I took counsel last night. We had foreseen this outcome, yet my wife believes that you'll gain much more if you keep keep us alive for now. You will need people who are prepared to die. What? Have you talked to Katerina yet? Talk to her. She bears you no ill will. And now her goodwill. How did I read now as no? Come on. I did pass GCSE English, I swear. And now her goodwill is no longer muddied with considerations of either power or duty. We're both prepared to die. And another thing. The rod is open to you just as before. Goodbye. I'll tell the Inquisitor all that I've heard here. It does seem like... I'm not trying to say the Saburovs are good people, because they're very clearly not. Very few people in this game are good people. And he did just, like, start condemning people to death as soon as shit hit the fan. Like, he in some ways he overreacted, in some ways he underreacted. He cared less about dealing with the effects of the plague and more about... let me just open a menu so I'm not wasting time here. And more about punishing those responsible for the plague. And that, you know, obviously isn't the best way to go about the current issue. But he does seem like he's taking on a lot of the blame himself personally, that perhaps wasn't necessarily his fault. He's deciding to shoulder the burden because he is the ruler of the town, and as such is placing himself, is placing the suffering of the people upon himself, where that's not necessarily his fault for that. I don't know. He's a complicated character, honestly.
Did you hear? The worst is yet to come.
It's you, dear daughter. What are you going to tell me now? Have you talked to the Inquisitor? I've heard she cleared you of all charges. Yes, for some reason it didn't take her long to stop doubting my innocence. Well, the tide has turned. The Saburovs have been stripped of power. When one falls from a great height, one cannot but fall to one's death. We have been given very little time to transfer our power, both the power of the sword and the power of the spirit. So what now? Now you will be my envoy to Maria Cania. Tell Maria that I am abdicating from my throne as a mistress and bequeathing my position to another. Find out from her what Simon is saying about my successor as the mistress of the humble. She will not dare lie. Maria, she'll tear me to pieces. She will not dare. She'll know what I'm referring to. She's been studying you from afar for a long time now. An act like that would shake the foundations of our little cosmos. The balance between the three nodes must be maintained. She wouldn't dare upset it. But who was the Saburov mistress before you? There was one. Don't ask for her name. Go now. Don't you dare hesitate. This is an issue I cannot resolve on my own. Fear nothing. I'll ask her. So I guess the implication here is that Katerina is saying that I am to be the next mistress. Me, Changeling Clara, not me, Joe. Obviously, I'm not a mistress. Sometimes I feel like I have to confirm that when I'm talking about this game, because this game does sort of muddy the waters a bit, wherein the player is actually a character in the universe. So it's a bit odd. But yeah, the point stands. She's obviously electing Clara as her successor, which was something that we sort of knew was going to happen. Why did I just get... Did that poop angel, like, fucking U-turn and come hit me in the spine? Because I clearly dodged it, if you ask me. Jesus Christ, that hit my immunity so fucking hard. Like, so fucking hard. Increasingly difficult to walk around town without being infected. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, Clara's been nominated the successor, but it does seem like the mistresses, like, they have to, like, agree to such things. There seems to be some sort of democracy among the three of them, if you can call that a democracy, wherein, like, we need to see what the spirit of Simon says about the whole thing before they'll agree to just making Clara the mistress. Take it. Take it all. Find me more bandages and come back later. I'm hoping this is going to be about it for the day, though, because time is a-ticking. And thankfully Maria and Aglaya are both quite near one another, so I can, you know, knock out both those balls with one stone. What? That's not a saying. Balls? Kill 2 balls with 1 stone, shall we? Yeah. I don't think that's how they do vasectomies, but I could be wrong. Oh, it's a horrible image. Why did I say that? Hello, Maria.
Why can't I move on my own?
Yes, what is it? Katerina has asked me to tell you that she's abdicating from her throne as a mistress. Is she? Well, that's been long overdue. An event like this means the Inquisitor's arrival was worth the wait indeed. In whose favour? Katerina wants to know what Simon is saying about it. You're a funny girl. He doesn't exactly appear before me in the mirror, you know. It's only in scary tales that spirits talk in hollow voices from under the ground, but here's the good news for you. Simon really can testify about the mistress of the humble. How? Just like that. You see, it's strange that Simon is still alive. Diffused, as it were, within the town itself. We can feel his presence. He claims it's you who is making this possible. How can he if he doesn't speak? We're all busy thinking now how to reassemble his spirit, particle by particle, and saturate it with life. Then he'll say more. Off you go, girl, we won't hurt you anymore. What with Aglaya's orders, too. I'll soon start speaking to you as an equal. Don't celebrate that just yet, this town has another mistress in the making. She may be a mere tot now, but I'm already more inclined to reckon with her than with you. Ask Capella the same thing you asked me. Ask her who Victoria wants to replace Katerina. I'll do just that. I'll do just that. But while I'm in the area, we do have some findings to report. I've been a busy boy today. I've got a hell of a lot of shit done, honestly. How are we doing for time? Yeah, we've got enough time to hopefully finish the remainder of this up. Even if we have to go back to Katerina afterwards, you know, we should be fine to really just one walk back across town again. Oh, for fuck's sake. Sanctuary! Sanctuary! Hello.
What?
An extraordinary girl. I finished the sentence for you since you only decided to start it, Mrs. Inquisitor. Why do you have so little regard for the Saburovs? Because I don't like the presumptuous fools. Human lives are valuable to me. To this day I've been paying for my kind-heartedness. You shouldn't blame them. They did what they believed to be their duty.
No, no need to rush. The matter requires composure and self-possession.
Do you know who the powers that be are? You don't need to know that. The powers that be are those who sent me and the Bachelor here, along with one more queen piece, a proud rider on a fire-breathing steed. He's already near. You'll meet him yet. I know already.
There's little time left, and I still need to do so much.
So you're representing the law. Then I'd like to ask you a question which has been weighing on my mind for days. Go ahead and ask. As you can see, I'm being very nice to you for now, not merely satisfying your curiosity, but going as far as to try and preempt it. You're in a good mood. Is it on account of your previous visitor? Impudent girl, are you trying to play games with me? No, I want to ask a question. Why am I being hounded? Why are they calling me a thief? It means that this is your nature. It means that this is your preordainment. To do what exactly it is. What the fuck, Joe? As to what exactly it is you've stolen, that's just the question I'm trying to find the answer to. What kind of theft can possibly upturn the very foundations of existence? It's no wonder that the law is after you. You're a great criminal indeed. Is that why my bound are by and large all criminals? Your bound are no mere criminals, they're wicked to a rare degree. This is including Lara Ravel. She's like opened up her house to the poor and needy. Like, how the fuck is she a criminal? Some of them I get, yeah, but I mean, come on now. That is because they've broken the law. They are to blame for all the evil that has flooded to the world. Isn't it too cruel to blame a handful of people for all the evil in existence? We're inherently evil, Clara. Evil is what defines human nature. An attempt at self-discovery is a provocation. Don't make the mistake that your doomed counterparts are making now. Stand down. The Bachelor and the Harrisbecks, how are they my counterparts? Yes, they're hopeless. The issue is moot in their case. They never had an alternative, having never reached that degree of complexity. Well, you've had the misfortune to reach it, and that is your curse. Stand down before it's too late. What they can be forgiven for, you can't be. No, I won't leave. I'm staying. You still have time. I'm going to use you in my experiments. You see, I know who we all really are, while some, including your counterparts, don't know yet. I'm going to watch you tread the same path, and if I'm guessing correctly, and you really have those abilities, this place won't forgive you for it, and neither will I. Well, be my guest. Well, this was interesting. Very interesting. Okay, let's go see Capella. It seems like, I mean, to be fair, it's established law that Aglaia was sent here by the powers that be, and the powers that be are, you know, the children whose sandbox we're playing in right now. So obviously it would make sense, but it still surprised me somehow that Aglaia seems to know that none of this is real. From what she was saying there, it seems like she understands exactly what's going on here. And I never really got that from her in the other two playthroughs. She seemed to have a lot more knowledge of the situation, like vis-a-vis the plague and, you know, the various machinations of the people within the town. She seemed to have a lot more knowledge of that sort of thing than would be normal for a freshly arrived visitor. But she never really implied that she knew, you know, the big secret. And obviously, like, being as this is my third playthrough and I have successfully seen the conversation with the powers that be, I'm able to take that into a new light that maybe I didn't take her hints into when I was first playing through the game. So it's possible she was hinting at stuff like that before and I just didn't realize it. But fuck. I'm gonna get hit here, there's no avoiding it, but hopefully I can get into Lara's and reset him pretty quickly. Thank you, Lara. What a legend she is, honestly. I kind of lost my train of thought there. Regardless, we need to get to Capella's house, and quite quickly, because the sun has gone down. We're obviously rapidly approaching the end of the day, and I haven't finished my quest yet. I thought my quest would end at Aglaia, honestly. But it seems like the main quest is this whole business with selecting the new mistress. I don't know how I'm going to get down there. I mean, I'm obviously going to have to go through the Plague District, but there's going to be guards. Like, right there, for one. Did I just give him the slip? Oh, fuck. Shit. Fuck. That wasn't great. Back out we go. I can't believe I slalomed around that guard so well, though. I mean, obviously it all went a bit bad once I got infected horribly, but up until that point, I think I was doing rather well. Please don't aggro on me, dude. Oh, this guy's gonna though, isn't he? No avoiding this guy. Ow. Here's the place you want to be. I think I might just have to take the hits, honestly. cut him off at the corner here. Hopefully he'll get a bit stuck on the geometry because his pathing isn't amazing. Ah, fuck. That's what I get for calling his pathing not amazing. Whew, barely made it. Actually, I won't bother healing because I might end up sleeping here. Hey, Capella.
After seeing Haru's books, she went back to her chamber and ordered not to disturb her. Wow.
Who? Aglaya? Is that who she's talking about? Even your eyes keep changing colours. Tell me, you do speak with your mother, don't you? Maria is asking who Victoria would like to see as the new mistress. No, I do not speak with her. My powers aren't strong enough for that yet, but Mother talks to me sometimes. Has she ever spoken to the future mistress of the Humble? Or the mistress of the Earth? No, but Mum did hint that, owing to you, Simon survives and is regaining life. Do you hear me? That means Katerina must name you as her successor. Is she relinquishing power? You've pierced me right to the heart. Is that really so? At any rate, nothing is going to happen while Katerina is alive. It's not a throne. One cannot sign away the spirit to someone else. But it probably won't be long. Let's just hope she doesn't get you mixed up and accidentally hand her lyre over to your dark sister. She won't make that mistake. I can vouch for that. Unexpected. It was but a moment ago that I trembled in anticipation of Capella's decision. I was afraid I'd have to weather some of the blah blah blah. She told me that I'm at the crossroads again. It doesn't specifically say to return to Katerina, but I think I probably should. It's not far from here, and hopefully I won't have to deal with too many guards between here and there. Hopefully 0, honestly. If I just walk along the riverbank, I might be in the clear, but we will see. That remains to be seen in a big, big way. It's also very peaceful at the moment. I don't know if it's just not quite late enough for the knife men to be out, but I'm not seeing a great deal of shit I can do to fix my reputation right now. I'm still a bit bothered about curing that, you know, giving a load of my healing items to that random woman in the house and it not doing anything, because I was sure that increased reputation when I did it before, but maybe not. Maybe I just made that up. Now I'm gonna sneeze. It was delayed. I think that was the beauty of it, honestly. Like, I set it up like 10-15 minutes ago, and now it's come back to the punchline came and caught you off guard at the least expected moment. And I think that was beautiful, honestly. I think that was peak comedy. Getting the sneeze at just the right time. I am still recovering from a cold, I should add. I'm in that sort of sneezy, snotty, a little bit sore throaty mode where you've had the cold, you're over it, but you're still just like
things of small
doing that for a few days. It's kind of grim.
Usually are bold enough not to trust to appearances.
Ah, it's you, daughter dear. I'm back, Katerina. I asked about the mistress to be. What are they saying? They said they'd recognize my power, but not my sister's. Well, so be it. Is there something you wanted to ask me? Tell me, Katerina, was it of your own volition that you, the Saburovs, abetted this terrible pestilence? There's nothing to tell. Everything is clear. I never had the power. I'm not a true mistress. I lied, but not for gain. Merely because I wanted so much to be like them. No, wishing was a miracle. Wishing for a miracle is not enough to become a miracle worker. Thank goodness you aren't my natural daughter. Well, that's not your fault. It is. I know that for sure now. I lied and I was lied to. This rat prophet, the creature from my dreams, was the spawn of my lies. So there, I have betrayed everyone's trust. I must go. What can I say? I'll tell you just one thing. Trust me on it, if you can trust me at all anymore. Leave me and my husband alive for a while. They won't last long anyway. Will be useful to you in the end. Ow. You're going to need a bound following, people whose entire inner nature, whose blood, cells, hearts and livers will acknowledge that you've lived a bad, sinful life, and that only with an act of sacrifice will they be able to atone for the evil they have committed. Why? I believe in you. Saving people is your calling. Yes, you've been a bringer of death, but Isn't it true that sometimes to save is to release? For this world, healing is death. Such is the logic of the law. The disease is treating the sore upon the world. You're a mistress. Have no doubt of that. Rule wisely, and farewell. I'll tell the Inquisitor of what I've heard here. Fuck! I thought that was gonna happen. I think I was probably meant to pick up this Katerina quest to talk to the mistresses, like, way earlier. And do it sort of alongside the Bachelor and Haruspex fetch quest today. I hope I can get back to the Inquisitor in time. I mean, this is going to be the end of the quest chain, but it's a long walk and it's already nighttime and has been nighttime for a while. I could very easily miss my my opening here. It'd be so annoying if I failed this quest after all I've been through to achieve it. Fuck. Now we have to waste yet more time. Nope, didn't think so. What do I do? How do I get rid of him? Like, I can't stop to open my menu. I think we're going to have to stop in at Lara's again. It just chimed what I assume is 11. That wasn't 12. The day didn't complete, which means we've got an hour, which should, assuming things don't continue to go quite so heinously, be enough time. I'm just going to save real quick. I'm not going to stop and heal, because that takes time. I'm just going to go as the crow flies, as fast as possible, towards the Inquisitor. It's tense. This is what tension feels like. Walking through the streets on a strict time frame. I've said before it takes a couple of hours to walk across town. I think that's about right. I'm walking halfway across town with half that amount of time. So I should be good. Hopefully. I'll cut through the Crucible, because I think that'll be quicker than going around it. And I'll probably aggro a guard coming out the other side, but hopefully I'll be able to sprint to the Cathedral before he catches me. Because I am maybe 2 punches off death, actually. Guards don't actually hit that hard. Certainly not compared to some of the other enemies in this game. Oh, cool, he's fighting a knife man. I would take full advantage of that and go and kill both of them if it wasn't for the fact that I'm, kind of in a rush right now. Hello again.
Premonitions rarely fail me.
So I fulfilled that task you gave me. Of course you have. I'll tell you a little secret. There was no way you could have failed at it. I don't know about that, mate. It was really fucking close. How is that possible? My dear child, no matter what you did, I would draw the correct conclusions. No one's taken your freedom away from you. You can refuse if you like. You can attempt to escape, and even if you succeed at it, it won't mean my defeat. All I want is to understand your role in this world. And what role would that be? I'm going to give you 3 tests. I'm going to send you to the 3 grimmest loci in this town, the foundations of the 3 pillars its mystery rests upon. 3 symbols representing the 3 worlds it's made up of. Your encounters with each of the 3 will reveal your essence in its fullness. Interesting. My first thought is that it's going to be the Saburovs, the Olginskis, and the Kanes, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I think when she says the 3 loci, the foundation, the pillars, the mystery rests upon, all that, I think it's probably going to be the Termitary, the Polyhedron, and maybe the Theatre? Sure. I don't quite understand. Don't be baffled by the oddness of the tasks I'm giving you. I'm going to watch your behaviour. Just act naturally and I'll observe and draw conclusions. You've already almost completed the first of my tasks. But these better not be for today, because there's 0 chance of me getting anything else done. I see. So here's my first question. What is to be done about the Saburovs? This dollhouse family that has been audacious enough to think they can rule over a human settlement that is experiencing its ultimate catastrophe. A family whose actions have led to the deaths of several thousand people. I feel like there should be a middle ground here. I don't particularly want to answer either of these, because they have done wrong. Katerina played at being a mistress, just well, she didn't make shit up necessarily, but she brought the rat prophet into being who fed her lies, which I guess is a metaphor for her just being insane and making shit up. And that, you know, led to some awkward stuff and certain people being witch hunted and stuff. And as previously established, Alexander just straight up ignored dealing with the disease in favor of persecuting people who might potentially have been the cause of it. But let them perish, they deserve it. I don't know, I believe them when they say that they're going to be useful to me. So I'm going to answer the second one here. No, just don't do anything to them. They're so unhappy, and it's not their fault. Oh. Reputation.
I wonder.
I did it. I got some reputation. Oh, everything's so much better now. Everything's so much better now. How are my other stats doing? This isn't the right thing at all. I know my health's low. My exhaustion's high enough that I could probably sleep to get my health back here. I need to sort my immunity out and probably my infection, but I'll do both of that when I wake up, I think. They're not bad enough that they're going to completely cripple any healing I get, so I might as well. Let's go sleep at Maria's. We're best buds now. You know, us both being mistresses and everything. Yeah, the implication was that Katerina was never a mistress, right? And as such, she doesn't have the spirit or whatever that she can pass on to me. But I am already a mistress. So it's irrelevant.
Oh, mother.
Can't rub it in her face, though. But I will quite happily sleep in her bed. A lot of men around town will be very jealous about that, I think. A lot of people in this town with boners for Maria Kana. To put it politely.
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theater.
That fucked my health, holy shit. I have to get back to trading, I think. But thus ends day 7. Got through another day. Fairly painlessly as well. I mean, okay, painless might be a strong word. But actually didn't go too badly. You know what, actually, I've just saved. I think this is probably a good wrapping up spot. A little bit shorter than I normally go, but we will begin day 7 at 8, I should say, in earnest, next time. I'll see you for that.